So today we'll discuss about copy and deep copy methods. So generally, when you want to copy some element into another variable, so simply we can do with the help of equal operator. With the help of equal operator, we can do. For example, assume it I am having the variable a and which is having the value 5. Some a equal to 5 is there. Means the variable a contain the value of 5. So if I said b equal to a, then the value of a will be copied into b. So and then after a and b are both are different. So if you change any value of b, for example, in later, if I said that some b equal to 10, then b will be 10 and a is having 5 itself. A is having 5 itself. So this is generally happening in other programming languages. But when it comes to Python, it is somewhat different. It is somewhat different. So now we discuss regarding that one. So here we are having the method called copy. So with the help of copy method, we can copy the content of one object into another object. And mainly in Python, we can create the copies in two ways. One is called shallow copy, another one is called deep copy. So shallow copy is nothing but simple copy method, and we discuss about what is meant by deep copy. So here, if you done any copy operation, by default, it will take shallow copy. So for example, here I'm going to take one example. So assume it, I'm having a value 5. And what I'm doing is I'm going to define b with a. Then what is the b value? It is also 5. When you observe id of a is this one. I'm going to define id of b also. So just to observe id of a and id of b. Actually, a, b both are different variables. So a, b are not both same. A is different, b is different. But when you observe id of a and id of b, both are having same. Why? Because both are referring the same object. Here 5 is an object, 5 is a Python object, 5 is a Python object. So means Python is doing the memory allocation different for objects and different for variable. Here a is a variable, but it is pointing one Python object with 5. So for example, I will mention that. So if I said a equal to 5, generally Python what is doing is it allocates separate memory for a and it allocates separate memory for 5. So this a is pointing to this memory location. So if I said b equal to a, for b also it allocates separate memory, but it is pointing the same memory location. This we call it as a shallow copying. So here what is happening is, if you done any modifications on the value of a, it will be affected to b. At the same time, if you done any modifications the value of b, it will be affected to a. So we'll check it. So now when you observe, a is having 5, b is also having 5. Just I'm saying that b equal to 10. Now I'm saying b equal to 10. Then what is the b value? 10. Go with a also. So when you observe that objects modifying, when modifying the object, it is taking different. So if I did any modifications on A, it will be different. B is 10 and A is 15. So when I said A equal to 15 or B equal to something 10, then what is doing is it creates separate object 10 and this will be pointed to here, that it will remove. Similarly, if I created 15, so 15 separate memory location and it will be pointed to here. So now this object is free, means no reference is there for this object. So this is about copy method which is happening. So when you observe, if you do anything, it will be pointed to there. So it is a single object. Now it's saying that it is a single object. Assume it if it is a list, means a sequence of objects are there. Then we'll check it. For example, next I am going to A equal to some 1, 2, 3. Similarly, I am saying B equal to A. B equal to A. When I type B, I will get 1, 2, 3. So now A is also pointing same object. B is also pointing same object. So when you observe IDs, both are having same. Earlier, that object total object I am changing. So here it is a sequence of letters. Here it is a sequence of letters. So A is pointed with 1, 2, 3. So it is list of objects. It is list of objects. So when I said B equal to A, it is also having same. So if in this list of sequence of objects, if you done any modifications, it will be affected to B also. So we'll check it. So once I'm saying that, if you done any modifications in part of this object, like means if you change any value of 1 or 2 or 3, it will be affected to B also. Why? Because both are referring the same object. This is the only total object. Here 1, 2, 3, it is a list. It is the total object. So A is pointed to here and B also pointing to same. So if you done any modification to the part of the object, it will be affected to both. We'll check it. So for example, I'm saying, so now when you go to B, it is saying 1, 2, 3 only. If I did any modifications of B of 2, so B of 1, 0, 1, B of 1 equal to 5. So what is the B? 1, 5, 3. What about A? It is also 1, 5, 3. So actually earlier I'm having A is 1, 2, 3. It is a sequence of 1, 2, 3. So when I copied B, I'm getting same. B also 1, 2, 3. If I do any modifications on B, it is affecting to A also. Similarly, if I do any modifications on A, for example, A of second object, I am going to change to 15. So when you observe A, it is having 1, 5, 15. When you go with B, there also you will get modifications. But if it is pointed to another object, then differences will get. Means assume it, if I am going to create one more object and I am going to add one more list to A. So for example, some 4, 5, 6 I am going to add. Then A is pointed to 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 also. But B is pointed to only this one, not this one. B is pointed to only 1, 2, 3, not 4, 5, 6. We'll check the difference. So now I'm going to add A dot extend. I'm going to extend of some 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. A is now 1, 5, 15, 6, 7, 8. But B is similar. So whatever you done, it will be affected to both. So you've done any modifications on A, then if you remove object A, then what is going on for B? B is same. But A we don't have. We don't have A, but B is same. Means when I removed A, just it is removing the reference. It is removing the references, but objects are here only. These two objects are in memory only. So it is pointed to B. So this is about shallow copy. When it comes to deep copy, here the difference is, when it comes to deep copy, it is maintaining separate copy of objects. So deep copy is maintaining separate copy. So if you done any modifications on A, it will not be affected to B. If you done any modifications B, it is not affected to A. For example, now I am having B. Simply I am saying that A equal to B dot deep copy. Sorry. Copy is an object, deep copy of B. So sorry, I need to import that one. Otherwise, directly I will take. So copy method, I need to import it. So import copy, A equal to copy dot deep copy of B. So when you observe ID of A, this one, ID of B, different. So when I apply to deep copy, it is saying that it is maintaining separate copy for A. Earlier in shallow copy, both A and B are pointing to same object. So if you done any modifications on A object, it will be affected to B. At the same time, if you done any modifications on B, it will be affected to A. But now it is different. When it comes to deep copy, it is maintaining a separate copy. Means there is no relation between A and B. Simply it is maintaining another copy of A. So when you go with A, here I get the data 1, 5, 15, 6, 7, 8. B is also having same. But in future, if you done any modifications on B, it will not be affected to A. For example, I'm saying that B of 2 equal to some 20. If I said B of 2 equal to 20, so when you observed B, now it is having 1, 5, 20, 6, 7, 8. When you observed A, it is having same 1, 5, 15, 6, 7, 8. Means both are different. So generally, this is only happening in other languages like C or C++ or Java, anything. So by default, deep copy is only happening. But in Python only we are having shallow copying. Why? Because to avoid the wastage of memory. So there are some situations are there. So just we need to get the value of that object. In that situation, again, why you should go for additional memory? So simply we can assign that one. But if you want to do modifications then go for deep copy. So I think you're able to understand my topic. So for example, so just I want to take the value of particular object. Assume it I am having A with some 1, 2, 3. So just I want to take the value of A into B, and I don't want to do anything else. Means I don't want to do any modifications or else anything. Just I will use that value and I will do some modifications in some other way. So in that situation, so if you call B equal to A, simply B will be pointed to same object. Just you are taking the value and you are not supposed to do anything. In that situation, that is the best way. But if you want to do anything, then go with deep copy. So deep copy is maintaining some other same with different memory location. So just it is taking copy of this one to this one. So A is pointed to here and B is pointed to here, not here. So that is the difference of shallow copy and deep copy. Simply we say that shallow copy is maintaining unique object. Shallow copy is maintaining same object, unique object, and just it is giving reference to other objects, other variables. When it comes to deep copy, it is maintaining separate copy, different copies for both variables. So you want to do this one with the help of copy module will do. So some objects is not supposed to do direct equal operator, means dictionary is there. So if you want to do copying of dictionary, it is not possible with equal. For example, some D1 is there, some K1 colon 100 comma K2 colon 200 comma K3 colon 300 is there. So D1 equal to flower braces. So dictionary is following flower braces. So when execute it, D1 is there. So it is not possible to go with D2 equal to D1. So ID of D1, ID of D2. So some objects which is not possible to assign directly. Similarly, we can work with sets also. Some S2 equal to S1. So similarly for tuple also. So every object, if you are copying ID of S2, same. So for tuple, some T1 equal to, so 1 comma 2 comma 3 is there. So T2 equal to T1 I am taking. So ID of T1, ID of T2. So similarly for string also, for example, S1 equal to hello is there, S2 equal to S1. So ID of S1, ID of S2. So every object we can apply copy, they are equal or copy method also we can use. So simply instead of S1 equal to S2 equal to S1, so just to go with copy of S1. So copy dot copy. So copy dot copy is nothing but shallow copy only. It is shallow copy only. So others directly equal operator we can use. For some objects they may not support equal. In that situation, you can go with method. Okay. So if you are using copy module, first you need to import that one. Import that one. So copy dot copy is shallow copying. Copy dot deep copy is deep copying. So what is the use of shallow copying? Here we explained with an example. So a shallow copy creates a new object which stores the reference of the original elements. So it will store the it will be referred to the original elements. So shallow copy does not create a copy of instant objects. So instead it just copies the references of nested objects. So whatever the objects you are having, just it will be having the references, that's all. Okay. So these are the examples which already we saw. Next, Python scope and LEGB rules. Generally, scoping is there. So if you are defining any variable, should contain scope, means they're having some limitations. They are having some limitations. So like other languages like C, C++, Java, the variables are having its own scope, means it will work within the block only. So they will work within the block only. The Python is having the scope of rules, LEGB rules are there, means local, enclosing, global, and built-in scope rules. So we'll discuss regarding this one. So for example, if I go with small example, I'm going to define a function, some def fun1. Here I'm going to use one variable, some x, or s, or else x equal to 10. So just I'm printing print x equal to comma x. So this is function. So if I'm saying that, if I said that fun1, it prints x equal to 10. If I'm trying to use id of x, name x is not defined. Actually, it is defined in function. Actually, it is defined in function. But when it comes to out, x is nothing. You don't have any x. Earlier we saw that some a, b, c, d like that we saw. When I mentioned id, I'm getting, but here I'm not getting. Why? Because it is out of the scope. So the variable x will be available within these block only, within these two statements only. If it come out, x will not work. For example, if I come out the block, if I come out from the block, if I said that print x equal to, will get error. So name x is not defined. When you observed in deep, here indentation is over. So these two statements only comes under function. This is separate. Means we don't have indentation. So it will not come under function. That's why we got name error. Name x is not defined. So we'll get name error. If the object is not found, then simply we get name error. So it is also important which type of error they raise if the object is not available. Name error will rise. So this is functionality of variable location of x. For example, if I did here some x equal to 12, if I did here, if x equal to 12, then it will not raise any error. Why? Because x is having global. So this is about scope of a variable. If you define any variable within the block, in that block only it will work. If you come out, then it doesn't work. So here Python is using LEGB rule. So LEGB rule is nothing but local, enclosing, global, and built-in scopes. So we are having 4 types of scopes are there. The first one is local scope. Means local scope will be helped within the function or within the lambda expression. So if you define the variable within the function, so in that function only the variable will work. If you come out from the function, it doesn't work. The variable which you define, it doesn't work. So just now we saw an example of x. So we define the x within the function. So once you come out the function, if you want to use that x, then it say that name error. So x is not defined. That is local scope. Here we are having one example. So def print number. So first num equal to 1. So print the first number defined as first num means 1 will display. So when I'm calling first number, print number, so print statement will execute. And similarly, if I call the same statement out of the function, like print the first number defined is first num. The first num is a local variable. So here only we defined the first number is defined here only. So here I defined first number. So this first number will work within this block only. But here I'm calling. So the scope of the variable or lifetime of the variable is within this block. So when I want to try the same variable out of the block, simply we get name error. So this is one scope. We call it as a local. Second one is enclosing. So it is a special scope that only exists for nested functions. So if you're having nested functions, in that nested functions only it will work. That is called enclosing. So it is also like non-local only, but enclosed with one block is enclosed. So we go with an example on this one. This is an example. Here I defined outer one method. I'm having first number. Here I defined inner. I'm having second number. So this second number will work in this block only. Second number will work in this block only. So once you come out of this statement, so second number will not work. But if defined within inner, so if it is within inner, then it will work. Second number also. When it comes to outer, so when it comes to outer, we'll get the same. So just I'm going to show with an example. So def outer some x equal to some 5. Def inner some y equal to 2. So here we'll get element x and y also. X and y also. So if I come out, just I am calling inner, and here print same statements I am going to use. So this is the function which I defined. And next I am calling outer function. If you execute it, so x equal to 5, y equal to 2 I got. Next x equal to 2 only I got. Sorry, x equal to 5 only I got. Y is not getting. Why? Because y will be lifetime of y will be here only. So, but x is working in outer and inner. X is working outer and inner also. Outer and inner also. That is enclosed scope. That is about enclosed scope. And third one is global. So global means it will work anywhere. It will work anywhere. If you define the global with variable with global, it is ready to work anywhere. So for example, if I defined y as global, so should work on outside only. Some global z is there. So if you want this variable in some other way, we mention global. So here z will be used in anywhere. Others directly z we can use. So z is a global variable. So anywhere we can use. If we define the function a variable out of the scope, then simply it will become global. So here simply I'm quoting one example, some x equal to 50. This is a global variable. This is the global variable. And I want to define the same x. I want to define the same x, but differentiation. Then we go with global. So here global x means it will consider global only. Simply x equal to 200, it consider only local. So this is local and this is global. So this is about LEGB rule. Okay, and built-in scope is there. Built-in scope is nothing but built-in variables. If you used any built-in variables means keywords, then these keywords will work anywhere. like false, class, finally, is, return. These all are built-in keywords. So these keywords can use anywhere. That is called built-in scope. Okay. So here the diagram. Local scope will be here only. Enclosure scope will be in this block. Global will be in this block, and built-in is entire block. Means anywhere we can use these things.